What did the M308 gunner play before he was old enough to participate in Little League? Gravity ball. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Happy Tuesday, and welcome back to this nightmare. Thank you for being here. I hope you had a good day, everybody. I'm about to have a terrible night. Metal Storm. Metal Storm is a game that bamboozled me. We played through Loop 1 yesterday. Very first time, first playthrough. It went great. Loop 1 was amazing. I loved it. Then I started Loop 2, and it's a unrelenting, brutal nightmare. Loop 2 is impossible. But, that's how we're going to spend our time tonight. Thank you for being with me. We have Game and Fit first in chat tonight, along with Raven Towel, EpiPen TV, Dead Zergling, Lucent Jelly, Uncle Muscles MD. I think that's everybody. Welcome in, my friends. Hopefully I didn't skip anyone. But thank you, thank you for being here, everybody. Are we using the code or starting over? Oh no, we're using the passwords for this one. This is not a Mike Tyson's Punch Out situation. So let's go ahead and start putting that password in. I don't know why it has a password already entered. And this is not any of the passwords that I obtained. I guess this is the password for stage 1. Loop 1. I was wondering, so like when I enter a letter, it jumps me to a random spot, but it doesn't. It jumps me to the spot of the next letter that's already been selected. It's still awkward. I thought the selection thing was moving about randomly. Stage 3, Loop 2. We didn't even try this one. I quit immediately after the Stage 2 boss. I quit immediately after the Stage 2 boss last night. I didn't even look at this level at all. I couldn't take it. I was trapped on Stage 2 for so long. It was outrageous. And we got pretty close to finishing Mike Tyson. Not at all, Uncle Muscles. I knocked him down once, like 4 weeks ago, but I haven't been able to replicate that success. It also, it doesn't help that I'm not playing it. It doesn't help that I'm not playing it often enough. Alright, so these gray, I don't know, ships that are moving along the track here, they were green before. I don't know if they've changed colors because they're now more difficult, or if the thought was it would just make them more difficult to see. Oh yeah, they definitely eat up a lot more damage. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Alright, so these things are functionally invincible. I mean, I followed that for so long, and look at all the damage. Okay, they can be exploded, but they have so much health that really it doesn't matter. I have to just treat them as if they're invincible. I could have survived there. Thank you for the positive wishes, Game and Fit. 10,000. I hope this is the first of 100 babies. 10,000 babies. Oh my. I don't know if I have the resources to support a family that large. If we have that many kids, I might have to start running a few extra ads. Latest thoughts on Pizza Tower? Pizza Tower is great. I'm up to world. I'm up to World 4. I haven't played any of World 4. We made it there last time we played, and that's kind of why we're not playing it this week. Is just because I only have time to stream a couple nights, and I'm at a really good stopping point with both Pizza Tower and Dark Souls 2. So I just decided to let both of them rest. But yeah, Pizza Tower's great. I'll be looking forward to when we get back to it, for sure. It's tough. It's really tough. Sometimes sometimes the difficulty is frustrating, but it's always rewarding when I eventually succeed. Oh, that was an accident. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, I'm dead. Oh. Army of janky retro streamers. Oh yeah, the gnome guy with the gopher. I actually really don't like that character. I really, normally I would be happy to play as a secondary character in a game, like, under most circumstances, it would be like, oh, cool, it's something different, there's some variety, that's fun. But in Pizza Tower, the thing is, the basic controls are so difficult to get a grasp on that I really resent having to learn a new set of controls. It's probably not the right attitude, but... destroyed. No, the character's not unlockable. He's just for that stage, EpiPen. Thank goodness. Yeah, there's a P rank that's above S. I don't really understand how the P rank works. Um, I earn a P rank every time I defeat a boss damageless, but on the regular stages, it's more complicated than that. Oh. Gonna be in the process of falling asleep. Gotta be up at 4 a.m. Good luck, Gaming Fit. I think you said you've got a surgery. I hope that goes well. Hopefully you'll have some good news to report the next time our paths cross. It's gonna be a little while before I catch you again. So good luck with that. Sleep well. And, yeah, hopefully I'll see you again soon. That was close. No. Nothing concerning, they're just gonna look around. Wish them luck as well. Yeah, you definitely want your surgeon to be having a lucky day. I'm gonna die. Having your HVAC repaired. Hopefully they're able to take care of that swiftly. I don't know how I ended up ducking. I didn't feel like I was pressing up or down. Clearly the game thought otherwise. Part of what the, like, 4 experts design of this loop means. Because that's how this loop billed itself, was as being 4 experts. But part of what that means is that it's constructed in such a way that, like, you have to successfully, like, make a swift, fluid first pass through every area, or you're just trapped. Like, because the way these things spawn in, like up here, 2 of them come in close together, and then there's one gap between those and the third to give you just enough time to get to safety. But if you miss that, number 4, 5, 6, all the rest spawn in too close after 3. You won't get another chance. Or they just don't show up at all. They would show up if I didn't go through there. I'll illustrate. See, I missed. See, if you miss, then they come in too quickly so that you never get another shot. Maybe if I backed all the way to the left and reset the entire situation, it would work. But that's what I was talking about. If you do make it through, it won't spawn. Oh, it didn't spawn number 2. Okay, so that actually applies earlier than I thought it did. It's janky. It's janky, this game. That was so scary. As is this. I did everything right and it still didn't matter. Hey, Sir Rack of Lamb, great to see you. Welcome in. This level reminds me of the cover art for Loops on the NES. I haven't played Loops. It's a puzzle. It's kind of a puzzle game, right? I actually might own a copy of Loops on the Game Boy. If it had a Game Boy version, I think I might own that. Or I'm thinking of a different game. Think so? Don't have it, though? My in-laws took Arthur. They're going to watch him for, I don't know, the next several days. So we don't have to worry about him while we're at the hospital. And the cats are all sectioned away into the far back area of the house. So most of our home is very abnormally empty and quiet right now. Can you die less? It keeps interrupting the music. I hadn't thought about that. That doesn't seem to me like the correct way to win. Poor animals are probably very confused. No, they're fine. I imagine their real confusion. I imagine their real confusion is going to come real soon, though. When there's a new tiny human with whom they must compete for attention. Oh, it's so difficult. I don't know why I can't seem to jump at the right distance to get over that. I don't think I've succeeded even once. Oh my goodness. There's too many. There's bullets everywhere. No. Oh, you're just a new PB. I have to start counting my success along the lines of Jump King rules. I get excited every time I see a new pixel of the board. Oh. As cool as our main character's design is, he's a bit blocky to be trying to make threading the needle kind of moves. Unfortunately, the situation is so perilous that my only hope for survival is to attempt moves like that. I did the wrong thing, but I survived longer than I think I should have, somehow. Oh no, I'm finding more and more gravity shifts that I've been doing as part of my standard routine. I'm finding more and more of them are completely unnecessary. It's really rough. The enemies take so much more damage than I do. If you don't do a game the hardest way possible, then you're not doing it right. There's no point to even playing then. You can't risk letting an experience accidentally become fun. I disagree. That's almost the complete antithesis of my playstyle. Generally speaking, like, at best, I simply don't care what the dev's intended strategy is, but usually I am actively opposed to executing the dev's intended strategy. Oddly enough, that does have a degree of there is actually a limit to that. When I say that I'm opposed to the dev's intended strategy, because like when it comes to watching like playthroughs or speedruns of games, I'm typically not interested in things that are heavily glitched. I prefer to watch playthroughs that are very complete and very low on sort of game-breaking glitches, bugs, and exploits and stuff like that. So like those like speed runs where people, you know, quote unquote beat like Ocarina of Time in like 20 seconds or whatever. It's interesting to know that people can break a game like that, but it's not a very interesting playthrough to me. I tend to prefer to see things done closer to within the bounds of the dev's expectations. So I guess what I like to see is things accomplished in ways the devs didn't intend, but done so within the bounds of the tools the devs intended to give you. It's like using in-game mechanics and abilities in unintended ways for progress is really interesting to me, but using like bugs and glitches isn't. These enemies all have too much health. Like, if I could defeat any of them, it would make getting through there a lot easier. That hallway is just, it's just a gauntlet. It's just a gauntlet of disaster. The enemies that run on the track have so much health as to basically be invincible. And then these enemies that come flying in respawn so quickly. That they might as well be invincible. I do not feel properly equipped to handle the challenges this game throws at me. You would think all my Ghosts and Goblins experience would prepare me for this situation, right? Because that's like the ultimate glass cannon game. Or I thought it was, but I thought it was until I played this. Metal Storm is an inappropriate title. I am not made of metal, I am made of eggshell. Oh my goodness. Hey, Chozo, welcome in. 20 streams. Thank you for the watch streak. Thank you for the 20 streams, Chozo. Hopefully you're feeling as good tonight as those song lyrics would imply. I am feeling perhaps as good as any man currently playing Metal Storm can. Which is to say, oh, I've been worse. Oh, Loop 2 is so bad. Loop 1 is great. Loop 1 is a fantastic game. Loop 2 is a disaster. Loop 2 is a world without joy or hope. Oh. It's always winter and never Christmas. Same boards. Same boards. More, stronger, faster enemies. Christmas is in summer in Australia. Santa rides his sleigh down the outback sandhills. My trouble is that these enemies that come flying in fire more than once. If they only had one, if they only shot once, I would be able to dodge their projectiles just fine. Because I can usually handle their first shot without much concern. It's the second one that always gets me. There's nowhere to escape to. Santa on a surfboard. I actually believe that I think we raided an art stream one night, and the streamer was drawing a picture of Santa on a surfboard. I think that's a thing that actually happened a few months ago. You could always escape to a better game. Never. Have you ever watched the stream before, EpiPen? I can't abandon a game I hate. That would be the height of cowardice. I watched some React video of teens playing NES and SNES, and they struggled to beat the first level in Super Mario World. The Fortnite players couldn't beat the first level in Contra. NES hard is real. To be fair, I'm pretty good at Contra, but I would probably get demolished if I tried to play Fortnite. I connected with Contra real quick. Contra is one that I know a lot of people struggle with it, but I didn't find it all that bad. I finished it without the code the first night that we played it, so it didn't take me all that long for my first victory in that one. And it's definitely not because I'm great at games. As you can see, Exhibit A of my talent in games. But I don't know, Contra, I really connect with that game. My brain's wired well for Contra. That's the thing to do. I just need to wipe out that enemy. If I had gone on the offensive against that enemy a little more quickly, it would have been fine. You'd be just as good at Fortnite if we compare your failure on retro to your success ratio. It wouldn't be hard to do as well in Fortnite. I don't know. I don't really know anything about the game. I've seen a very small amount of footage from it, but I can't really tell what's going on when I watch it. If you had half an hour Fortnite, and suited the controls to your liking, you'd be better than the average player. I don't know. I don't play a lot of first-person games. I used to play Call of Duty, and I mean, I would struggle in that to ever achieve a positive kill-death ratio. It was a miracle. It was a miracle if I ever ended a match with a positive kill-death ratio. So I was pretty bad at that. I was never an asset to my team. I love Fortnite until they added in cars, which meant GG. You lose if you have no building material and someone comes at you with a car. I didn't know there were cars in Fortnite. What? I got so lucky there. No, it can still see me. I don't know if I can get through here as quickly as the game needs me to. I jumped into the spikes. The game needs me to? I need to. The game's not giving me enough time. I don't know what I'm saying. You and 99 other people get dropped into a world with nothing. You have to find your own weapons and materials in the map and survive as a storm closes to a singular point on the map. That's Fortnite. Okay, so I understand, like, I didn't know. I've heard of that kind of formula before for multiplayer games, how it kind of, basically the arena shrinks to force everyone to, down to a singularity. I didn't know Fortnite was one of those games, but I do know of online multiplayer games operating like that, so alright. I've done on this level like 10,000 times. So a death in Fortnite being the same, you probably do as good or better. Yeah, maybe. I don't think the metrics for success work quite the same way. There's too many things to watch at once. I have to watch the enemy's projectiles coming from behind me. But because if I don't, then they hit me. But if I do watch them, then I run into an enemy just standing in front of me, basically. I hesitated too long in that corner there. I felt it. I couldn't get away. We saw the end of the board, though. Getting a lot better. That's the thing about video games. Most things in video games are really hard until you do them once. But once you've done a thing one time, I don't know, for me it's always easy. It's always easy to replicate success. More or less. See, like right here, I just made it over here for the very first time just a minute ago, and I'm already making it back. It's always super hard to do something the first time. I'm dead. Yep, that's how video games work. You lose until you win. Let's go. Okay. It's gonna be a long battle with this boss this time. I forgot he does diagonals. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be a tough pattern to figure out. I'm not comfortable sharing my Fortnite username. I'm just Chozo brain on everything Chozo says. Oh, I see. Definitely not the exact same as my Twitch username, I swear. Definitely not. Why? Why? The timing is not what it was before. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Somehow, there's some variable that I was manipulating differently, and I don't know how to get back into that groove. not going quickly enough, that's it. I think I solved it. Good news. Good news. We may be on the next level before the 2-hour mark. Maybe. Yeah. That's odd. I don't know how to account for that. No. I don't. It's a different level of irritation when like you know what to do and like your execution like isn't a matter of like poor judgment or timing, but just like poor input on the controller. Like I'm physically performing poorly. My old age is catching up to me. My thumbs aren't as responsive as they need to be. Don't be so hard on yourself. Let us be hard on you. Fortunately, I'm mostly just saying stuff just to say it. I don't really feel like these are my issues. Though someday they may be. Beat another couple bosses with the whip last night. GG's Zergling. Dragon Rider and Skeleton Lords. Can't wait to hear that you've defeated the poison snake lady without draining the poison. Whip only. You'll have to record that one for us. You'll be the first and last person in human history to accomplish it. Ah. Oh, I got lucky. No, I should have went earlier. Okay. No, Snake Lady Whip only, not happening. At least not with all the poison. I mean, I didn't really expect you would want to do that. I was kind of what I was hoping would make that a joke, was that it was something that no one in their right mind would even try. Ah, Haunted Castle, the one true Castlevania game. No. This is a tough fight. It's especially tough when I don't get the gravity flip. I get just a regular jump instead, because I'm missing my up input. I'm doing it wrong. Oh. Whip only is challenging, to say the least. Took me 15 to 20 minutes to beat the Snake Lady. The Scorpion Lady. Scorpion Lady. I read that wrong. Yeah, excluding the hour or so of failed attempts. I mean, you know, an hour and a half of total attempts isn't all that bad, right? I usually celebrate an hour and a half of total attempts as a stunningly quick victory. Basically world record speedrun pace. That's my fault. I timed that really poorly. Really poorly. Cows, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Metal Storm. I'm doing real bad. You were here last night, so I know that's not surprising news. I've almost cleared a stage though. I've made it up to the boss a couple times. It's just really difficult to learn the boss's pattern. Oh no, Sir Rackablam. I'm nearing the halfway point. I think there's 6 stages. I think there were 6 stages. Everything you're seeing is atypical. The whole loop one only took me like 2 hours to beat. It went really well. Like, you know, it was, some of the stages were a little tough. But Loop 1 was a fine playthrough. Loop 2 is a horror story. Basically every stage on Loop 2 takes as long as my entire Loop 1 playthrough. Having to stay alive against one boss for 15 or 20 minutes to do enough damage to win, I find that pretty rough, Circling says. Yeah. It's probably why I find Dark Souls to be such a hard series. Because most of my boss fights are like that. I think so far for Dark Souls 2, for Dark Souls 2, the poison snake lady is the boss fight that like took me the longest for like total total attempt time. But I think the Rotten might be the boss that took the longest, like just counting the successful run. That one was really slow. The Ruin Sentinels is pretty slow too, but I think not quite as slow. I think that one felt longer in the moment because of how high stress it was. Hey, thank you for the 10 stream streak, cows. I don't think I managed to streak this long before. Very much appreciated. It helps when I miss a couple Fridays, right? Very glad that you've been here when I've been able to be here. Thank you for keeping that alive. Ooh. That's not how I meant for that to go. It's so tough. Oh, that boss is so tough. Loop 1. Loop 1 is nothing compared to Loop 2. Appreciate that. Nicely done, by the way. I've got a pretty good handle on the level. I can't be sure of my success on every attempt, but I have a really solid theoretical understanding of how to get through it. I'm dead. Hey, Couch. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Played some of this. Nice little gem. Doesn't seem like a lot to know about it. Well, I'll tell you, Loop 1 is a fun experience. Little tough. In the middle levels. And there's one boss that's really tough. But never too frustrating, never too impossible. Really solid game. Loop 1, I loved it. Loop 2 is a brutal, unrelenting nightmare. Loop 2 is non-stop. Crank the agony dial to 11. Every stage on Loop 2 takes as long as my entire Loop 1 playthrough took. That's the proportion that the difficulty has ramped up by. It's still a cool game. I mean, I kind of hate it right now, but assuming I do successfully finish Loop 2, I'll probably go back to having very little bad things to say about it, except I will tell everyone never to play Loop 2. Unless you are absolutely fearless. Hey Derek, welcome in. Didn't know it was one of those looping types. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect either. I went into it, I went into it blind, pretty much. I knew, so I was told that it was a platformer that I would probably like, and I was told that it was basically like someone made an entire game out of Gravity Man from Gravity Man stage from Mega Man 5. And yeah, pretty much. That's kind of what it is. I didn't know it was one-hit deaths, though. And that it was gonna have a second loop. That's just, yeah. Crazy difficult. Crazy difficult on loop 2. I was a millimeter away from safety. Hey, thank you for the good luck wishes, Derek. Sorry you can't stay, but I hope you have a great rest of your night. Yeah, Sirach of Lamb. I did. I have picked up a few EverDrives. That's actually what we're using right now to play this. I've switched to using the Famicom AV on the stream because it's more reliable than the toaster NES that I have. But I don't have all the same games in Famicom format, so we've got to use the EverDrive for that. I like it though, it's very convenient. I don't like that I now use my physical carts significantly less, but sometimes convenience is king. I don't notice any like point or advantage to using a physical cart as opposed to the EverDrive. Everything that I've played feels like it plays the same. But, you know, if you're gonna have carts, you want to use them. One of your coworkers is pregnant. Hope that all goes very smoothly. Cool. Three completely wasted attempts at the boss. I might as well have not even made it there. I learned nothing. I didn't practice. It was completely wasted. All 3 attempts, just trash. Thoroughly trash through and through. I'm trying to switch gravity, but I can't. Sometimes just a regular jump comes out, and I don't know what to do about that. I didn't stay over there for as long. Oh yeah, that is the advantage to using that is one advantage to using roll carts. They have a tendency to corrupt and crash unexpectedly. And it is fun when that kind of thing happens. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've had an opportunity to play a game as it slowly corrupted and fell apart. Thinking about that, cows, is like, that's almost enough. That's almost enough to have me swap the consoles back out. That's a pretty persuasive argument. That might have been it. Thank you for the lurk, Derek. Dead. This thing doesn't move in a pattern, by the way. It targets you. I'm not being I'm not being really dumb and running to where it's going to be. It is following me. Uh, oops. Normally I pass on games where you can only take one hit, but I have an exception. Like, give some an exception like Toki on Genesis. I don't think I know about Toki. If I hear that a game is a one-hit death game before I play it, Yeah, I'm not going to be very enthusiastic going in. Generally speaking. But I do like some games that are like that. Like, you know, I love Contra. I love Gunsmoke on NES. Those are both one-hit games. So it's not ideal for me, but it's not a deal breaker either. And I mean, my favorite game of all time is Super Ghouls and Ghosts, right? And that's a 2-hit game. So I guess it's not really that big of a deal breaker for me. Gunsmoke, you can mitigate the one-hit situation pretty easily though, because if you just pick up a horse, it gives you a lot of extra health. So even though it's a one-hit game, it doesn't have to be for a lot of it if you just play a little well. I mean, granted, you have to play good enough to find a horse and to replace it if you lose it, which isn't super easy, but I didn't mean to go down there. Oh, you actually get to keep the power-ups on this one. I just noticed. So on level 2, when you use a continue, the power-ups despawn. But that didn't happen on this stage. Which is good, because I think this stage would be physically impossible without the power-up. No, I'm gonna die. I know I was gonna die. So tough. The bosses usually don't have very much health, so I feel like I've got to be pretty close to taking this guy down. And also, he's speeding up, which is another, like, toward the end, whenever he gets me. I have noticed that he sped up some by that point, so, like, that's a good sign, too, that I might not be that far off from a victory. The bosses, some of the bosses show physical signs that they're deteriorating and as you fight them, and some of them don't. Like, some of them turn red before they die. but it's definitely not universal, so... No. Tried to just stand my ground and finish him off, but it wasn't enough. Who needs sleep anyway? Not this guy. Hey, Game and Fit, welcome back. Glad to have you here, but if you've got to be up at 4 a.m., you don't have much time, my friend. Of course, if you hang around here, you might get so bored that you just fall asleep anyway. No! Why? I have plenty of time to sleep when they put me on. Oh, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, that's true. If they're gonna be knocking you out. Bored during a Frownie stream, blasphemy. this. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. Worst Care Simulator. I wish I'd went with that. I wish I had, I played this game because I heard it was something I would probably like. I wish I had picked something that I thought would be trash instead. I wish I'd repaired my 50 video games included module so I could be playing that instead. Everyone would be tuning in expecting UFO 50 though. Let's go. We're finally free. We get a new password. I'll never have to do that again. Oh, that level took 2.5 hours. 3, 6, 6. Hey, beat Mario Brothers Loop 2 tonight. GG. I had complete faith you could handle it. And more lives on Loop 2 than I done Loop 1. Warmed up, I guess. Thank you for the GG. Oh. Let's see what kind of nightmare stage 4 is. I think stage 4. I think this I think the stage is mirrored. I don't remember moving immediately to the left. Before. I can tell this level's gonna be good. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm not gonna feel very positive about this one. Yeah, especially considering the first enemy is invincible. This is awful. there's a power-up up there. The box of doom. Power up makes me strong enough to take out exactly one enemy. Provided I can manage the miracle of living long enough to collect it. Oh, that A would have been good. A gives you an additional hit. That's what A stands for. A for additional hit. Ghosting Goblin's Resurrection. Oh my. Is there a part that's like being trapped in a box? I don't remember. That game is really tough. Hey, we have a raid coming in. Natto, thank you for the raid. Oh, hang on. What were you playing? I saw before. Oh, you're playing Brave Fencer Musashi. I hope you like that game more than I do, Natto. I hope you like that game more than I do. I like the puns. Your title said something about the puns, I believe. I love the puns. I don't love the gameplay. I don't know how far along you are, so I won't say too much. But I hope it treats you well. I hope it's treating you better than it treated me. It's been a while. Sorry I haven't seen you very much lately. I guess our schedules just haven't lined up very well. But always great to have you drop by, Natto. I can't recommend Nato's stream highly enough, my friends. It's absolutely fantastic. He plays lots of retro stuff. He likes challenging games like I do. He does things pretty blind. He's quite a bit more reasonable than I am in that regard. Uh, it's not bad. Certain parts of the game drive me nuts. Getting relatively close to finishing, I think. All right. I actually didn't finish it. I made it up to what I made it up to the last boss. I mean, since I haven't played it or watched it, I can't say for 100% sure it's the last boss, but I made it to what I'm pretty sure is the last boss, but I never went back and finished it. That's fantastic. I'm a little jealous, I have to say. I, uh, I wouldn't mind picking up a Famicom cart of that one myself. I have a strong affection for NES Ghosts and Goblins. Hey Finn, welcome in. Thank you for coming along. So we're playing Metal Storm on the NES, and Metal Storm, I will say, it's a loop one is fine. Metal Storm is a really cool game for one loop. I really loved the first loop. It was a fun playthrough. Then I played loop 2, then I decided to play loop 2, and I'm halfway done and I hate it. It's been hours and hours of misery. Every individual level on loop 2 is taking me as long or longer than my first loop playthrough took in its entirety. uh So I'm up to level 4 now. So I could have beaten loop 1 an additional 3 times, assuming I didn't get any better at it at all on any of the playthroughs. It's very rough right now. Maybe I should find you one and send it over. It's a very kind offer, Nato. It would be a fun thing to have collecting dust on my shelf, but it's definitely not something I need. As much as I would enjoy it. Yuck. Should have jumped. So I just got to this stage, so I'm learning the patterns. I'm learning the patterns of this stage slowly. It's very slow going. This is actually my last stream for a little while. I'm taking a little break after tonight. Our baby is due on Thursday, so tomorrow's my last day to get ready for that. And then I'm taking a little break for I don't know how long as we get settled into our new life, our new routine and schedule. So I'm gonna be kind of away for a while. I'm gonna try and pop in for an occasional stream before the schedule really gets rolling with whatever it's gonna become. So there's a small chance, if everything is going really smoothly, there's a small chance of maybe a stream at the end of next week, or more likely at the beginning of the week after next. But I really am just not gonna know. I'll have to just tell everyone, you know, keep an eye on the Discord, and I'll give you updates there. I need to get it together. I'm a little tired. I'm yawning constantly, and now my eyes are burning. Oh yeah, if you're not in our Discord, you're absolutely welcome to join. That's it's open to pretty much everyone. You just have to ask me or one of the mods for an invite link. We've got cows here right now to help you out with that. That's the only requirement. There's one hoop to jump through. If you want to join our Discord, you have to ask for an invite in the whispers. I know, the baby isn't even here yet, and I'm already my sleep is damaged. You'll be missed. At the same time, super excited for you guys. Thank you, Game and Fit. Heard the update. Best of luck with everything. Thank you, Natto. Appreciate the good luck wishes. I don't know why this isn't going my way all of a sudden. I had a little routine worked out here, and it's just not working anymore. Oh yeah, that command should... That command should say Agent Frownie or a mod. I think that command predates... the stream having mods. I think we had the Discord before I unlocked the ability to distribute swords. Or maybe just before I figured out how to. Thank you for the congrats, Finn. If you need another parent with a new baby to talk to, I'm around. Hey, I appreciate that. I may take advantage of that offer and bend your ear if I find myself in a pickle. thought that shield was going to make my life way easier. I was wrong. No. Oh, come on. We have to be getting close, right? How long can this room possibly be? I disagree with that. That's not the trajectory that bullet usually takes. I disagree. Oh. I've never seen or heard of this game before. It's one I've known about for a while. A friend of mine recommended it to me, and I just never bothered to play it. But I was told it seemed like something I should like, and that it was described to me as basically someone made an entire game out of Gravity Man stage from Mega Man 5. And I mostly wasn't lied to. Mostly. It's a pretty good description, and I did really like the first playthrough. Loop 1 is amazing. Loop 2 is just so difficult. Loop 2 is so difficult. I'm finding it very hard to remain in good spirits about this game. Some might say I'm not in good spirits about this game. Oh no. Boomerangs. The misery never ends. It's right up your jank alley. I could just imagine the recommendation. I mean, you know, a challenging sort of run and gun platformer with a, not really a unique gimmick, but a fairly fun one. You can make this game sound really good on paper. If your heart is full of deception. It's almost like a puzzle platformer, right? Because so much of it is just figuring out what to do. The slowdown is real. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not even usually very sensitive to that kind of thing in games. Like, generally speaking, I can just kind of roll with slowdown and not really care. But in this game, yeah, it even gets to me a bit in this game. It's not so much that it's not so much that it slows down, is that it's constantly like moving in like lurches, where it slows down and speeds up in inconsistent increments over and over again. There are times where like I find myself firing my weapon unnecessarily just to create more slowdown so that it will stay consistent. Not even that, like, I want it to be slowed down, but I just want it to not be moving back and forth constantly between the two states. What a waste. I'm fine to see that. I'm fine to see that. The attempt go away. Welcome back, Sarakalam. Yeah, we cleared a stage, so tonight's a victorious night. I got a new password, so I'll never have to go back. Even if I don't clear another stage, tonight's a victory. I'm very glad you decided passwords are okay for this game, Chaos says. Yeah, I mean, it's a different kind of game, right? It's an infinite continues game, so if a game has infinite continues, then passwords are always on the table. If this game didn't have infinite continues, if this game did not have infinite continues, I think there's a good chance that something might have happened to cause my cartridge to stop working between streams. Oh, what a shame. I couldn't get it to work. We have to abandon our playthrough for now. Don't worry, we'll definitely go back to it someday. Someday. Trust me. So the thing is, I still don't know how to word it quite succinctly, but the policy with passwords on the stream is I will not use passwords to circumvent life or continue limitations. Alright, if a game has both a password system but also limited lives and continues, I will not use the password to cheat my way into extra lives. But a game that gives you unlimited tries, there's no difference in using the password and trying forever, so passwords are fair game for that. Passwords are completely fair for that kind of situation. And places password on the shelf next to the Jungle Book. I think you mean Tarzan. Wasn't it Tarzan that I stopped playing? Tarzan was a weird situation. Yeah, I misplaced my cartridge in the fires of Mordor. Yeah, that was Tarzan where I was fighting the big cat. I didn't stop playing that. Well, I mean, my excuse for not playing that one was that it has technical issues though because the sound is all messed up. It's just a coincidence that I also was incredibly bad at it and couldn't make progress. That wasn't my reason. That wasn't my official reason for quitting that one. Now I'm trying to think of games with passwords and limited lives. Castlevania Bloodlines would be one. Mega Man, yeah, Mega Man isn't really limited though. You have unlimited continue. You have limited lives, but you have unlimited continues. So like if you beat a Robot Master, it will never, like you'll never hit a stopping point where the game resets because you can just keep using continues. And the Robot Masters will stay defeated. So passwords are fair in Mega Man. But Castlevania Bloodlines would be one where they're not. And that one, your lives and continues are both limited. So you can run out of both and the game will start over. Also, is the stream dead? My chat window is messed up. Man, I need to refresh that. Well, I don't know if the stream is back or not. Uh, my internet is a disaster. I'll just keep refreshing Windows and see what happens. Uh, well, everything's fine. Thank you for your patience, by the way. Um, if you're still with me, I can't seem to get things to work, so I'm gonna need to shut the stream down. I don't know if we'll be back or not. Uh, but thank you for being here, and I hope you're well until we meet again. But as for oh, yeah, things seem to be going in and out on my end. Uh, Come on, internet. Well, so here's the thing. Some people can see the stream and some people can't. And the chat is is barely comprehensible to me. So I can't I don't know if it's worth I can't tell if it's worth continuing or not. This is a lot of dead time here. I have a feeling if I try to continue, it's just going to keep going in and out for the rest of the night, though, is what I'm concerned about. Uh, Frownie's been holding a really still. If you look closely, you can see him breathing. So clearly some people are still here, but it's really messed up on my end. The chat is full of all of these symbols, and a lot of the things that like are supposed to be like that thing that whatever that icon that's supposed to be next to Sir Rack of Lamb's name says something piece of cake 2023. It's showing up as text. So the chat messages are super garbled on my end. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I appreciate you. I appreciate you sticking with me, my friends. Um, but it's not good. It's not good on my side of things. So I'm gonna I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm just gonna wrap it up here and say it's not meant to be. We got a new password. We made some progress. We'll come back to Metal Storm when the stream comes back. We'll pick up all the things that we've been playing. Um, but yeah, we'll just wrap it up early here. I'm gonna be away for a little while, so I won't see you, but I'll try and keep in touch with you in the Discord. We're not gonna raid out either. I'm just gonna cut it since I don't know how long my internet's gonna behave for. But thank you for your patience. Sorry I wasted a lot of time not knowing what we were gonna do. But it's very kind of you to stick with me. Stick with me, everybody. I hope you're well until I get to see you again. Hopefully that will be sooner than we expect. Hopefully not all that long. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna head out, my friends. We're all going off in our own directions, but nonetheless, let's go on an adventure.